Welcome back to the show, Face the Nation GH. And international politics, this is what we are going to do today. A very quick video about the inauguration of President Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Harris, or say Harris. Four years ago, this is how it started. The United States, 4 years along the line, elected His Excellency Donald Trump. You can see on the left, Trump and his wife. On the right, Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence, or former Vice President Mike Pence, and his wife. So after 4 years, I'm going into elections. What happened with this election? Trump rejected the elections as it stands right now. Certification went on. The Electoral College approved Joe Biden and Harris. Senate confirmed the certification from various electoral colleges. Now, inauguration are taking place. Prior to that, the encounter in your may happen here. And Trump was supposed to attend in the history of the country. I don't think he's the first person I want to call. This is not a record thing. And Trump gave his speech, a farewell speech to the Americans. So as a stance, this is what we had
to renew its spirit and to restore the allegiance of this government to its citizens. In short, we embarked on a mission to make America great again for all Americans. As I conclude my term as the 45th President of the United States, I stand before you truly proud of what we have achieved together. We did what we came here to do, and so much more. This week, we inaugurate a new administration and pray for its success in keeping America safe and prosperous. We extend our best wishes, and we also want them to have luck, a very important word. I'd like to begin by thanking just a few of the amazing people who made our remarkable journey possible. First, let me express my overwhelming gratitude for the love and support of our spectacular First Lady, Melania. Let me also share my deepest appreciation to my daughter Ivanka, my son-in-law Jared, and to Barron, Don, Eric, Tiffany, and Lara. You fill my world with light and with joy. I also want to thank Vice President Mike Pence, his wonderful wife Karen, and the entire Pence family. Thank you as well to my Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, the dedicated members of the White House staff, and the Cabinet, and all of the incredible people across our administration who poured out their heart and soul to fight for America. I also want to take a moment to thank a truly exceptional group of people.
I believe this is what Trump did. People say it was a pre-recorded. I say, or elaborate on the administration will take you over. Any changes are or they buy as we're talking about the private life and how they'll be taking this difficult tax. Our survey country maybe in 4 years or so. What a lot of people wish say the I mean, as at end around 12 midnight, it came to an end. As it stands right now, you believe he said or Florida as it stands.
Thank you for this extraordinary privilege, and that's what it is, a great privilege and a great honor. We must never forget that while Americans will always have our disagreements, we are a nation of incredible, decent, faithful, and peace-loving citizens who all want our...
The sad thing is that I'm called inauguration, but I wish Joe Biden, man, good luck. We are even though that reality is setting in. And this was his last speech of the American people. as or handed over as a commander-in-chief,
can never be
as the
tolerated.
45th President
Now
of the
more
United
than ever, we
States.
must unify
Now, what are we
around our
anticipating
shared
to see, or what have we
and rise
said about
above the
witnessing
partisan rancor and
minutes
forge
ago?
our common destiny. 4 years ago, I came to Washington as the only true outsider ever to win the presidency. I had not spent my career as a politician, but as a builder looking at open skylines and imagining.
That was enough. That just ended was Donald Trump, or elaborating on the exit, as we've talked about. Then we've seen a new administration, which is the 46th President of the United States.
On the West Front, and that's how Jefferson came to be inaugurated in that little bit of the Capitol. The second part built is the House side. That's going to be on the right-hand side of your screen there, just above the flags. And the old house structure, characterized by the old house, to pave that for the occasion. People coming out later and taking their seats on the platform.
Now, to the right-hand side, as you're looking at this camera feed, to the right-hand side, the majority.
All right, so inauguration is starting, and I believe that Joe Biden, His Excellency Joe Biden, on a very powerful speech in there.
Chief Justice Roberts, Vice President Harris, Speaker Pelosi, Leader Schumer, Leader McConnell, Vice President Pence, my distinguished guests, my fellow Americans, and America has risen to the challenge. Today, we celebrate the triumph not of a candidate, but of a cause, the cause of democracy. The people, the will of the people has been heard, and the will of the people has been heeded. We've learned again that democracy is precious, democracy is fragile, and at this hour, my friends, democracy has prevailed.
I don't know about you, but I'm...
To me, it's one of the most powerful speeches.
Ground where just a few days ago, violence sought to shake the Capitol's very foundation. We come together as one nation, under God, indivisible, to carry out the peaceful transfer of power as we have for more than 2 centuries. As we look ahead in our uniquely American way, restless, bold, optimistic, and set our sights on the nation we know we can be and we must be. I thank my predecessors of both parties for their presence here today. I thank them from the bottom of my heart, and I know the resilience of our Constitution and the strength of our nation, as does President Carter, who I spoke with last night, who cannot be with us today, but
Trump and show up, but Mike Pence, former Vice President of the United States, is stepping in.
I've just taken the sacred oath each of those patriots have taken. The oath first sworn by George Washington. But the American story depends not on any one of us, not on some of us, but on all of us, on we the people who seek a more perfect union. This is a great nation. We are good people. And over the centuries, through storm and strife, in peace and in war, we've come so far, but we still have far to go. We'll press forward with speed and urgency, for we have much to do in this winter of peril and significant possibilities. Much to repair, much to restore, much to heal, much to build, and much to gain. Few people in our nation's history have been more challenged or found a time more challenging or difficult than the time we're in now. Once-in-a-century virus that silently stalks the country. It's taken as many lives in 1 year as America lost in all of World War II. Millions of jobs have been lost. Hundreds of thousands of businesses closed. A cry for racial justice. Some 400 years.
All right, at this point, you can hear it's been more political talk, okay? So the question is, what does this new administration bring to the people in the country? Now, to analyze the American governance, you first have to consider their foreign policy. Then you talk about domestic issues. Now, let's get a bit into the foreign policy. Now, there's going to be the new conspiracy theory. There's going to be, attention is going to shift from China being the beast of the world or being the main enemy of the United States, now going to be on Russia. How is the Biden administration going to treat Russia? It's going to be a big issue to talk about. Now, their foreign policy with Iran, what are we likely to see? Are they going to join the JCPOA agreement again? Now, then you also consider the U.S. foreign policy towards South China. See what Trump started. Is he going to enforce the same thing and now say, that is also something we'll get into. But all the same, we'll just say thank you very much for your time. In subsequent days ahead of us, we will get into what this new administration and what domestically and foreign relation issues or foreign policy.